From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. It is going to be another hot day out there as we'll have temperatures that'll be in the 90s, and we're going to continue to keep it hot and dry through Thursday. Now, the pattern is going to be a little bit cooler, a little bit more unsettled, some more rain chances for Friday and beyond, but that pivot is going to be Wednesday evening into Thursday as we will have, it's going to be extremely dry out there in terms of the vegetation, and it will be gusty, so the fire danger will be up there. Okay, the wind gusts, not really all that impactful for this morning, and the temperatures are in the 50s for lower elevations, so it's feeling pretty good out there. 53 for the Tri-Cities, 53 for Yakima. Okay, here's your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket stuff through about 8 a.m. and then after that it's going to be all t-shirt weather, as again, like I said, we're going to end up in the 90s once again for this Tuesday. 91 for Yakima, 94 for the Tri-Cities, in spite of there actually being more clouds in comparison to yesterday. But speaking of yesterday, a lot of fires sparked up across the map. Talk about those coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, he was found guilty of attempted first-degree murder. This morning, the sentencing of the teen who plotted a shooting at Camden High School. And gusty winds challenge emergency crew on the front line. The wildfire in Walla Walla that has responders fighting the elements. Plus, why is a blaze in California drawing comparisons to one near Findlay? The similarities between the two fires that are years apart but close in details.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Tuesday morning, and thank you for choosing Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Salas. As Josh was just saying, a lot of fires sparked up earlier yesterday, so let's check in with him and see what we got going on. Josh, what can you tell us about these recent new fires?
Yeah, well, we had the one that sparked up yesterday in Walla Walla County, right on the banks of the Snake River. This originally it was an unnamed vegetation fire. It's now the Van Hall Beek fire, and so don't have much word on acreage or containment with this one officially. There were level 3 go now evacuations in place. Those have since been allowed to expire. Those have been lifted per the Walla Walla Emergency Management. So feel like this one is getting to a better place. And then we're going to take you all the way up to the border of Douglas County and Grant County in Washington, the Garrett Road fire. This one is, I mean, look at all the active hotspots around the fire perimeter right now. This thing is really cooking, and this is, we'll call it 3,400 acres at this point. No word on containment. We do have level 3 go now evacuations in place for the Sun Lakes Camping Center. So hopefully those premises have been evacuated. And also there is a closure on, this would be for State Route 17 from Moore Road northeast. That would be milepost 87 to the Dry Falls Junction is fully blocked due to down power lines. Now, these road closures can change pretty rapidly. Find more up-to-date info at washdot.com. Okay, and finally for the Road U fire, this one, it was burning in Mattawa last night. It got stopped at 2 acres, 100% contained. There were level 2 evacuations in place. Those have since been allowed to expire. They've been lifted. But for more information on all these fires, send it back to the anchor desk with Zoe.
Thank you, Josh. And we're going to begin in Walla Walla County, where a natural cover fire broke out north of Van Holbeek Road and CM Rice Road in Prescott. What is being called the Van Holbeek fire broke out yesterday. And officials say gusty winds caused accelerated grow, and emergency crews face challenging conditions with hard-to-access areas. And so far, no structures have been lost and no injuries reported. And state fire assistance has been mobilized under the Washington State Fire Services Resource Mobilization Plan in support of local firefighters working to contain the Garrett Road fire located in Grant County. An area for evacuations is set up as Soap Lake High School for campers and RVs. This fire started Sunday afternoon and is burning in sage and brush. Authorities say it is threatening primary and secondary structures, the Sun Lake State Park campground infrastructure, and wheat fields. The cause is currently under investigation. And moving to Grant County, where a fire that ignited last night is being called the Road U fire. Structures were threatened, but the fire has since been contained. With emergency crews in mop-up operations, there is no word on what started the blaze. And Kennewick firefighters quickly contained a brush fire burning on the Columbia River embankment on the last end of town, where crews were called out around 2:15 on Monday afternoon to a vegetation fire near East 3rd Avenue and South Verbena Street. When they arrived, firefighters found flames burning about an acre and moving east along the river. Crews were able to stop it before it spread, and no reports of anyone hurt, as this cause is as well under investigation. And now to the Boyle Heights fire burning in Southern California. This blaze is drawing comparisons to a massive warehouse fire that burned in our area 2 years ago, because the two facilities are owned by the same company. Now in 2024, a Lineage cold storage warehouse caught fire just outside of Findlay, burning for 2 months before finally being put out. The facility is identical in size and function to the Lineage warehouse burning in Los Angeles, and it's causing the same air quality concerns that Findlay and Kennewick residents faced 2 years ago. While it's believed the Findlay fire started near a refrigeration unit, the origin of the Los Angeles blaze is still unknown. And the teen who was set to carry out a school shooting at Kemekin High School last fall will spend the next 6 years in confinement. Superior Court Judge Jacqueline Shea Brown sentenced Mason Ashby to the Juvenile Justice Center until the age of 21. It is the maximum possible sentence allowed in juvenile court, where Ashby was found guilty of attempted first-degree murder, threats to bomb property, and 11 counts of possession of a firearm. He planned the shooting and put it up on TikTok, where a couple of teens in Florida spotted it and called the Kennewick Police Department. The prosecutor's office says that the teens' intervention stopped a, quote, terrible disaster, and called their actions miraculous. And a Washington state man has been accused of conspiracy to commit murder for his alleged role in a plot to attack the UFC event at the White House and assassinate government officials. According to a criminal complaint unsealed Monday, William Lee Spartacus Faulkner of Belfair, Washington, is accused of participating in a broader conspiracy that allegedly planned to use explosives and gunmen to attack the event held on June 14th on White House grounds. Federal prosecutors asked Faulkner to be charged with conspiracy to commit murder under Title 18. The complaint alleges Faulkner communicated with other group members of the group through messaging platforms and offered to prosecute and operate drones that could be used in the attack. Faulkner made his first court appearance on Monday. And in Richland, as wildfire season heats up, help can come from the sky in minutes. And some of the first aircraft sent to attack new flames are based here in the Tri-Cities. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us why Richland Airport is a key launch point for protecting communities across the region.
When a wildfire sparks in eastern Washington, seconds count. At the Richland Airport, a unique fleet can be airborne within minutes, often among the first to help on scene, thanks to the Columbia River right next door. They look a little like crop dusters, but these Fireboss aircraft are built for one job: hitting a fire fast before it turns into a major emergency. During fire season, they stage at the airport because they can scoop water from the Columbia and keep coming back again and again.
They can be ready to go as soon as they get to a fire, and then they will go to the closest body of water after that, and they can just keep cycling over and over again.
That geography is the advantage. The Richland Airport is a base for its central location, room to operate, and quick access to water.
They like the Richland Airport because it's a strategic location in eastern Washington.
After takeoff, pilots can be on the river in minutes, topping off the 800-gallon tanks in less than 20 seconds.
We've got the facility that's capable of handling a large amount of aircraft. We've got the Columbia River close by.
And it's not just these scoopers. Richland also serves as a hub for helicopters and other fixed-wing aircraft that can deploy to fires across the region.
These guys can just immediately take off and get the water resources that they need to go fight the fire. We just have a lot of things here in the right location. We're not too busy, we're not too big, we're not too small, we're just the right size to help these guys out.
Airport leaders say that mix, space, support, and the Columbia River makes Richland one of Eastern Washington's most valuable aerial firefighting launch points. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Fire season is a moving target, and so are these crews. The Fireboss aircraft and other firefighting resources will stay staged at Richland Airport through the season and ready to launch and redeploy anywhere across the Northwest as conditions change. Following up here, Washington State Patrol is continuing to investigate the death of a woman who they say died after being hit by a semi on State Route 240 and Dupertale in Richland late Friday night. A GoFundMe page has been created for the victim. Teresa Weir's daughter, Samantha, created the page where over $1,700 has been raised so far. Samantha says her mother was an amazing mom and grandmother and never showed up empty-handed. And for your local living, drivers in West Richland plan for a detour. The intersection of West Van Giesen Street and King Road is closed. This is because the city of West Richland is gearing up to install a third roundabout. Julie West, Capital Project Manager for Public Works, says it's part of the Red Mountain Vicinity Project, and she says these locations weren't picked at random.
With all the increased growth in the area and the development that's taking place, all 5 of the intersections that we have installed roundabouts under the project have been evaluated, and it was determined that the roundabout at those locations was the appropriate intersection type.
West says the new roundabout is set to be complete within 2 months. And coming up here, contents of a note and the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie and are now being revealed. What was being communicated and when? Taking a live look out into the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. As you get ready for your day, stay tuned after the break. Find out everything you need to know in your forecast in your neck of the woods after this.
Talk about fireworks. Check out these offers during the 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress.
Light up your sleep life with the Queen Size Summit, now only $299.99. Save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic split head king adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Take $100 off the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plus. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, score free shipping.
It's the 4th of July sale. On now at Denver Mattress.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years. For their families, for their communities. But here's one thing they won't do: pay interest on their new truck. For a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments until after Labor Day. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave the interest behind.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Don't be worried or overwhelmed with moving into a retirement home. Piper Barton is your turnkey resource for premier 55-plus communities. From repairs and packing to prepping, listing, and selling your current home, all managed with white glove care. Piper Barton delivers quality resources and smooth timelines. You can expect discretion, clarity, and results from start to sold. Sit down and have a simple conversation with Piper Barton about next steps today.
Spring is here and everything's in bloom at Queensgate Gardens. Bright flowering hanging baskets, fresh color, and garden-ready plants are waiting for you. Swing by in Richland and make your space pop. Queensgate Gardens, your spring starts here.
Are y'all with us tonight? It's CMA Fest with rockin' collaborations. Russell Dickerson featuring Fetty Wap, Gretchen Wilson featuring Ella Langley, Cody Johnson featuring Brothers Osborne, and more. CMA Fest presented by SoFi, Thursday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, it's going to continue to be hot and dry through Thursday. Then we have a much needed cool down for Friday and beyond. So for today, it's going to be another hot one in the Yakima Valley. We're going to be in the mid 80s by lunchtime and then up around 90 degrees for the hottest part of the day. So for today, going with 91 for Yakima, 94 for the Tri-Cities, 89 for Ellensburg, 92 for Walla Walla. This is a little bit above normal for this time of the year. And we'll actually be a little bit hotter by the time we get to Wednesday, 93 in Yakima. That's 10 degrees warmer than normal, but then about 20 degrees cooler than that from Wednesday to Saturday. A big time slide in our temperatures. Saturday is going to be the coolest day, 72. That'll be about 10 degrees cooler than normal. Then we'll step things back up into Sunday and Monday. Okay, for today, the UV index is going to be high, but it's not going to be very high because we will have more clouds up in the sky. So on a scale from 1 to 11, it's still going to be a 6. That means that your skin could burn within 15 to 25 minutes. So just be sure that you are putting on the SPF 30 at least, that you're reapplying at least every couple hours. Okay, pollen counts continue to be in that medium high category over the next 5 days, with the top allergens being grasses, plantain, and nettle. Now, hopefully some of these numbers trend down as rain chances do trend up towards the end of this week. But before we get to that, we have another round of winds to deal with, extremely dry vegetation, more fire concerns, which we'll talk about coming up in a few minutes.
More than 20 weeks after Nancy Guthrie vanished from her home near Tucson, new details are emerging about what investigators are calling legitimate communications from the kidnapper or kidnappers responsible. Reed Binion has the latest.
New revelations about the abduction of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of NBC Today show anchor Savannah Guthrie. According to law enforcement sources briefed on the investigation, a note sent to media outlets in February after Guthrie disappeared said she had died. It came after an earlier note demanding millions of dollars for ransom. Investigators believed both notes were legitimate communications from the person or people responsible for the kidnapping.
The first note, which comes from the same source as the second note, had certain details about the home.
According to law enforcement sources, in the second note, the kidnapper or kidnappers said they did not mean to kill Nancy Guthrie, but that she died shortly after being taken from her home near Tucson, Arizona.
Basically said, you're not going to hear from us again. You know, our business is done. Sorry it worked out this way.
At the time, the family responded with an emotional video on February 7th. The contents of the second note were known to CNN and a Tucson, Arizona television station's local news department that received both notes.
At the request of the FBI and at the request of the family, kept the contents of the note confidential.
Now, more than 20 weeks since Guthrie was reported missing on February 1st, the Pima County Sheriff's Department says the investigation remains active and ongoing. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Multiple media outlets have allegedly received these ransom notes, but questions remain about their authenticity. All right, switching gears here. When we come up on Good Morning Northwest, everything you need to know about the alert days happening this week. Very important stuff, so stay tuned.
We're here for those who build America. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
Every home starts with a move. Not just the one to a new address, but the moves along the way. The choices, the negotiations. In those moments, certainty matters. That's why Windermere Group 1 agents are trained, supported, and prepared for every step. Because when it's time to move, you should be sure you're making the right one. Windermere Group 1. Confidence in every move.
It's almost time for Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart. Thousands will win a 2-pack of American Textile kitchen towels just by matching their ending number this Tuesday. Plus, buy one for just $3.99 with Tuesday-only pricing. Match your entire number, and you'll win other great items, including a fast-set pool from Bestway. Make sure your favorite Bi-Mart is marked as your home store, making it possible for you to win with your entire number. Thousands win every Tuesday on Lucky Number Tuesday, only at Bi-Mart, where you just match and win.
Weekend math. 48 hours minus mowing minus edging minus weed whack-a-mole equals 0 fun. Solve it with Perfection Lawn Care. Get a champagne lawn on a seltzer budget. We handle the heavy lifting. Mowing, edging, smart fertilization, and weed control. Even gutters and sprinkler care. Bundled in affordable packages that fit your budget. Add free time, subtract yard work, and multiply curb appeal. Perfection Lawn Care. Call 509-521-4643 today.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
We're here for those who build America. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have more alert days in front of us for Wednesday night into Thursday, as the winds will be a factor once again, and it will be extremely dry out there. So let's take this one day at a time. And by the way, remember yesterday I said, well, Monday and Tuesday, I wouldn't sleep on those days either. And we had a couple different fires yesterday with evacuations. So keep that in mind for today. But we're going to pick up the action. This is going to be after 5 p.m. on Wednesday. You see gusts across the map anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour. The strongest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley and the Morrow County foothills. And the vegetation dryness will be extremely dry, maxing out our scale once again, level 5 out of 5. Okay, then into Thursday, a little bit stronger across the map, still 25 to 35 miles per hour, but this time you see some of those 35s now starting to pop up in the lower Columbia Basin. Peak gusts of 30 miles per hour in the Tri-Cities. And once again, it will be extremely dry out there. So in these setups, fires could start or spread quickly. But there are some rain chances later this week, a downswing in temperatures that will bring down vegetation dryness a little bit. It's definitely not going to put an end to fire season, that's for sure. But you see all these storm systems off in the Pacific. Eventually, that will start to break down the high pressure that we're in. So first, I want to talk about some rain chances that we have for tomorrow, and then some more substantial rain chances later in the week. But we start off tomorrow morning clear. Looks like a decent amount of sunshine, and then by lunchtime, some of these showers and thunderstorms popping up in the Cascades. I think Futurecast is being pretty bullish with some of these chances, but I cannot personally rule out a few showers or thunderstorms for the Cascades or for the Kittitas or Yakima valleys. Definitely not feeling some of these chances for the basin and foothills, but we'll see how it all pans out. Now, better rain chances are going to be in store towards the end of this week. In the Tri-Cities, it's only a 20% chance for Friday, but as of late, we've had a bunch of 0% chances. So we'll take it, and unfortunately, models trending less wet with this storm system. But still, we will take the chances. We'll take the cooler temperatures as well. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mid-90s Tuesday and Wednesday. Cooler Wednesday with fire concerns going up as winds pick up. Okay, and I meant to say cooler Thursday with fire concerns going up as winds pick up. Okay, for Yakima, a little chance of a thunderstorm on Wednesday, then additional thunderstorm chances Friday and Saturday. For Ellensburg, highs around 90 on Wednesday. Then how about a 25-degree drop into Saturday with the wind? So it'll feel unbelievably cool for the end of June. For Hermiston, a stretch of windy weather from Thursday through Monday, with the worst fire danger being Thursday. Finally, for Walla Walla, keeping it dry through Thursday, then cooler and wetter for Friday through Saturday.
Now, I don't know about everybody else, but we've had some very hot weather recently, so I'm excited to have some cooler temperatures this weekend.
Yeah, going from 95 to 75.
Yeah.
I'll take it as well.
Yeah, I think I can get with that.
Yeah.
All right, well, coming up in your entertainment headlines, the artist behind a top Billboard 200 debut and a new music festival launching, plus the tour you can watch from your couch when we return after the break.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 2,000 customer cash on Kicks SR.
Get ready, Walla Walla, as the sweets light up the night. On Saturday, June 27th, join us for the Adam West Drone Show, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel, honoring a true hometown legend. Be here for the first ever home game drone show at Burlesque Stadium. It'll be an epic display over the field after the final out. Gates open at 6, so arrive early for pregame fun, great food, and of course, Sweets Baseball. Tickets are going fast, so grab yours now on our website and be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience.
At Fred's Appliance, we know that real life is dishes in the sink, whether you're on the go or staying at home. As the #1 Bosch dealer in the region, we have the largest in-stock Get It Today inventory, ready to provide you relief from the sink. We don't do gimmicks, just clean dishes and everyday low prices. With our price match guarantee and friendly customer service, we make it convenient for you to shop appliances. Fred's Appliance, your local appliance expert since 1962.
Hi, this is Garrett Miles with Resolve Homebuyers, and I get asked all the time, will you guys buy anything? In pre-foreclosure and need cash quick, empty, neglected, something okay that's been inherited, or even a commercial property? What about in good shape that just needs to be sold quickly? Well, guess what? Resolve Homebuyers pays cash for all of these. We want your unwanted properties, we pay all the commissions, and we make it super easy. Our goal is to make this a huge win for your family. Give us a call, let's see if it's a huge win for you. Give us a call, 509-599-1022.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 2,000 customer cash on Kicks SR.
All right, welcome back. A trio of talented women are making headlines in the entertainment world.
Yeah, here's Douglas Hyde with today's Hollywood Minute.
You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes are caught aflame. You should feel how I feel when somebody says your name.
Olivia Rodrigo seems pretty happy for a woman with a #1 album. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love just debuted atop the Billboard 200. Rodrigo is also launching a new music festival in August that'll raise money for charities benefiting women and girls. The all-female musical lineup will include Chappell Roan, Stevie Nicks, and Doechii.
We come out of the lab with the intelligence of a toddler. Is that where the sun lives? And then we learn everything from our humans. There you go. And then slowly...
Well, that's dumb. A new trailer is giving us our first look at Jenna Ortega in Clara and the Sun. Director Taika Waititi's sci-fi film stars Ortega as a robotic artificial friend purchased by a mother for her daughter, who's suffering from a mysterious illness. Clara and the Sun hits the big screen in October.
It's your show. It's your creative vision. This is going to blow people's minds.
If you missed Billie Eilish's last tour, don't worry. You can now watch from the comfort of your couch. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, is now available to buy or rent on digital. Co-directed by Eilish and James Cameron, the concert film provides a VIP all-access pass to the sold-out tour. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
I don't know how much you're into Olivia Rodrigo, but have you heard her new album?
I have not, but I do enjoy her music.
Okay, yeah, for me it's been on repeat constantly. So I'll get you hooked on it.
Okay, I thought that Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift kind of have some beef, right?
You know, that's just, it's never been confirmed. It's all speculated, but...
But that doesn't sour your opinion.
No, it doesn't sour my opinion.
Okay,
on
good.
It, you know? All love here. All right, well, coming up, wildfire season not only puts land at risk, but the produce grown on it. The challenges ablaze puts on area farmers and growers. Then a state grant is turning solar energy into more than just savings. The school district's solar energy project that's creating educational opportunities. But first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google brings its deep pockets to the movie world. The company is investing $75 million in the film studio A24. They're combining to develop AI tools and what Google calls expanding what is possible in the future of entertainment. Next, Uber's board of directors is being sued by its shareholders. The suit claims a lack of compliance has led to the sexual assault and harassment of the company's customers. An Uber board spokesperson says the lawsuit is based on misleading information. And finally, Valve has announced pricing for the Steam Machine, designed to be a gaming PC for the living room. The starting price of more than $1,000 did surprise many who expected the machine to be more affordable. Tech prices have risen recently due to demand from AI companies. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
At Allstate, what's important to you is important to us.
Dad, I'm telling you, this girl just came out of nowhere.
And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. The good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate won't go up just because of an accident, even if it is your fault. Sorry, Squirrel's fault. Because we all deserve a second chance. Right, Dad? If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
What is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damp. Oh, damp.
Hey, language.
Damprid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damprid.
Oh, gum problems. You need new Parodontax Gum Strengthen and Protect with hyaluronic acid. It strengthens the gum seal for long-lasting gum protection. The gum experts.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in on Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis. Now let's start this half hour right with everyone waking up. Let's get them going on what they need to know about their weather forecast. Josh, what do you got?
Yeah, thanks, Zoe. Well, it's going to continue to be hot and mostly dry through Thursday, and then the pivot to our pattern. It's going to be cooler, more unsettled Friday and beyond, but for that pivot space, Wednesday evening into Thursday, gusty, extremely dry vegetation, so concerned about fires starting and spreading quickly once again. Okay, wind gusts, not that big of a factor for this morning. Temperatures feeling pretty good out there. 53 for the Tri-Cities, 53 for Yakima, and 54 in Ellensburg. Here's your coatcast for this Tuesday for the Yakima Valley. I'm not even sure if a light jacket would be necessary at 8 because it's going to be 70 degrees by then. After that, it's certainly going to be t-shirt weather. So for today, lower elevations getting into the 80s and 90s in spite of there being more clouds in comparison to yesterday. And will be a little bit breezy for today, so fire concerns are definitely not going to be zero. And to that point, you know, we had a couple different fires spark up yesterday. We start off with the Van Hall Beek fire that started in Walla Walla County along the Snake River. No official word on acreage or containment. There were level 3 go now evacuations in place last night. Those have since been lifted by the Walla Walla County Emergency Management. Okay, then we take you all the way up to Douglas in Grant County, right on the border. This Garrett Road fire really cooking right now. Active hotspots all over this fire's perimeter. It's we'll round up and say 3,400 acres at this point. No official word on containment. There are level 3 go now evacuations in place for the Sun Lakes Camping Center, and also a closure to Washington 17 in both directions from Moore Road northeast to the Dry Falls Junction, which is this junction right here on the south end of Banks Lake. But it's fully blocked due to down power lines. You can find more information at washdot.com. We'll have a lot more information about these fires coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, and as fire danger continues across the Yakima Valley, officials with the Rosa Irrigation District say that the impact can extend beyond burned land. It can create challenges for farmers and growers. Now, district officials say they have been altered to the risks that fires burning near or off of the Yakima Training Center can create for local agriculture. While the fire itself may not always reach farmland, officials say secondary impacts like reduced access and electrical outages can create real challenges for growers.
There are times you'll have fruit growers who have, they're processing fruit and suddenly the power goes off. If they don't have a backup system, then, some of their product is at risk.
District officials say they continue to monitor fire conditions closely and work with partners across the valley to limit disruptions to growers during fire season. The East Valley High School District is moving forward with a new solar energy project. District leaders say it is preparing to install solar panels at both East Valley Elementary and Moxie Elementary. This after receiving a state grant through the Washington Department of Commerce. They say the nearly $1.1 million project is expected to begin this summer and wrap up in the fall. The goal of this is to generate some of the district's own energy and reduce long-term utility costs and put those savings back into student resources.
We're doing our very, very best to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars and taxpayer money and utilize outside grants whenever we can to fund projects that are beneficial for our district, for our kids, for our staff, and for our community.
District leaders say they also hope the project can eventually be used as a learning tool to help students better understand energy, sustainability, and modern infrastructure. And school may be out for the summer, but Tri-Cities students are still learning at the 4th Annual STEM Career Academy. The Academy runs through Thursday and gives students a look at various energy and STEM-related careers. The first day of the Academy was all about hydropower, and students got a chance to tour the Ice Harbor Dam and then put their skills to the test with some friendly competition in Pasco.
So we are building turbines. So just like we went out to the dam and they had turbines over there, we are building a mini version of those, and we're going to pour water on top of it and see how efficiently it spins and how efficiently it can get water through it.
The next couple of days, the Academy will be dedicated to building drones and electric vehicles, and students will get to visit local energy employers as well. And going on in sports, Lindsay Sanchez, a soccer player from Pasco, has signed with a soccer club in Mexico. A busy month for Sanchez as she graduated from Chiawana High School in early June and is already practicing with her new team. Cruz Azul, that's the team. And Sanchez is playing with the U19 female squad in Mexico City. While at Chiawana, Sanchez was named as a first-team all-conference player.
I really wanted to play in Mexico because I love playing over here. I love how they play soccer over here. And my big goal is to be professional and to also play for the Selección Mexicana, which is the selection team for the Mexican League.
Sanchez and the Cruz Azul female team are in the middle of practicing for the upcoming start to the season in mid-July. All right, coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, an organization providing children academic and workforce opportunities is highlighting their impact. The week-long celebration of empowering local youth. Taking a live look out into Richland this morning. Everything you need to know about your temperatures throughout the day and your week. Stay tuned after the break.
this week.
The biggest deals of summer are right here, plus free shipping.
You heard Tori, and free shipping on everything.
You're just gonna love these deals and steals. Love them.
It's Tori's Big Deals Week, this week on
Good Morning America.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Is it lead in this protein powder too?
Is this sunscreen actually water resistant?
Why is peanut butter $2 more than last week?
And there's less.
You shouldn't have to question everything. For 90 years, Consumer Reports has been testing, reviewing, and advocating for you for answers you don't have to question. Consumer Reports. We never stop questioning.
Join the mission and help us tell men and women with high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes about the UACR urine test. It can help detect kidney damage early and related heart risk. Learn more at detectthesos.com.
Right now at Macy's, shop our lowest prices of the summer on the Radley Sectional, Franlin Queen Bed, and more. Even better, we make buying the big things easy. It doesn't get any bigger than Macy's July 4th. Pre-sale going on now.
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Shop and experience the largest selection of sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedroom sets, and mattresses, all at the lowest prices guaranteed. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out Hot Buys before they melt away. Plus, celebrate America's 250th birthday with select items priced at only $250. The 4th of July sale, on now at Furniture Row.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare, it's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Are y'all with us tonight?
It's CMA Fest with rockin' collaborations. Russell Dickerson featuring Betty Wong, Gretchen Wilson featuring Ella Langley, Cody Johnson featuring Brothers Osborne, and more.
CMA Fest.
Presented by SoFi, Thursday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It'll continue to be hot through Thursday and then cooler for Friday and beyond. Granted, we're still going to be warm with temperatures in the 70s, but back to today, mid-80s as soon as lunchtime in the Tri-Cities and then up into the mid-90s for the warmest part of the day. So we'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this Tuesday forecast, starting off up in the Cascades where we'll have highs in the 70s and 80s. And look, it's going to be hotter in spite of there being more clouds up in the sky in comparison to yesterday. So sometimes that's just the way it works. For the Kittitas Valley, 89 for Ellensburg, 88 for Thorpe. And then for the Yakima Valley, we're looking at low 90s up and down the valley. For the Lower Columbia Basin, 94 for the Tri-Cities, 94 for Benton City, 92 in Prosser. A little bit breezy today for a lot of the area. It's not an alert day proper, but just know around this time of the year, fires could start or spread quickly on any given day. Keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, 80s and 90s for the Blue Foothills, and then for the Blue Mountains, 70s and 80s. 86 for Ukiah, 82 for Cabbage Hill. High temperature is going to go up a little bit more into tomorrow. That's also going to be a day where we'll have some clouds up in the sky, partly to mostly cloudy, but mid-90s in the Tri-Cities for tomorrow. Once again, that's going to be about 10 degrees, precisely 10 degrees warmer than normal, and then a 21-degree drop-off from Wednesday to Saturday. And we can thank a cold front for that, at least in part. And that's going to bring up the winds. Vegetation still extremely dry, more fire danger to talk about. And we'll talk about it coming up in a few minutes.
Hundreds of kids and teens across the Mid-Columbia are celebrating National Boys and Girls Club Week. The Boys Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties operates 29 club sites across the region, serving more than 4,000 young people each year. The organization says the week is a chance to highlight the impact clubs have on youth through academics, leadership, health, and workforce readiness programs.
The need in our community to serve local youth and to have youth serving programs is so great. You know, being able to serve more than 4,000 members last year is incredible.
The local Boys and Girls Clubs also provided more than 250,000 meals and snacks to kids and teens last year. Club leaders say National Boys and Girls Club Week includes field trips, STEM activities, sports competitions, and other events designed to celebrate and empower local youth. And when we return here on Good Morning Northwest, everything you need to know in your morning sprint, along with everything you need to know with your full weather forecast and all the fire danger coming up this week. Stay tuned after this.
How's it look so far?
Great.
Comfortable?
Yes.
Times and places all in who you share them with. Joy,
I got in.
who you share it with.
This is a great view, so girl.
Who you share it with.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
This summer, turn moments into lifelong memories with Broadmoor RV. Feel the thrill of adventure and the warmth of togetherness. Explore the great outdoors with the comfort of home, and let every adventure become a story worth sharing. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through July 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Get employee pricing plus $2,000 cash back and a 5-year warranty on a 2025 Bronco Sport only at your local Ford dealer.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have alert days in place for Wednesday evening into Thursday, as it's going to be windy once again, and the vegetation will be extremely dry. Now, keep in mind that it's going to be extremely dry for today, a little bit breezy out there. Fires could start and spread quickly once again. We can't go with an alert day every day this summer, but just know that's in play for today. But okay, for the alert days proper, Wednesday evening into Thursday, we start off with a Wednesday evening after 5 p.m. Gusts across the map anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour, with the strongest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley and in the Morrow County foothills as well. And the vegetation dryness level is going to be at that 5 out of 5, extremely dry out there. Okay. Then for Thursday, gusts a little bit stronger across the map. Now we're looking at gusts anywhere between 25 to 35 miles per hour. Look at Lexington, Hermiston, Ellensburg. Looks like those will be the windiest places, but also gusts of 30 miles per hour in the Tri-Cities. And once again, it's going to be extremely dry out there. Peak fire season kind of levels. So even though we just hit the first day of summer, like treat this like we're in the midst of July, August, dog days of summer. Now, saving grace to our forecast is that we will have some rain chances later this week. It's because of all these storm systems off in the Pacific that are going to break down the high pressure we're under right now. Now, the better chances for rainfall are going to be later in the week, but for tomorrow, as we head into the afternoon and evening, there will be some chances for showers and thunderstorms for the Cascades, for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, and for the Blues. Futurecast being very bullish on some of these chances for the basin and the foothills. Not too sure about that, but we'll monitor those chances very closely. I'm thinking the better round for rainfall, better chances for rainfall, probably going to be into Friday and Saturday, even though those are going to be pretty low in chances for lower elevations as well. Unfortunately, models trending a little bit less wet with this round of rainfall. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mid-90s Tuesday and Wednesday. Cooler Thursday with fire concerns going up as winds pick up. For Yakima, a little chance of a thunderstorm on Wednesday, then additional thunderstorm chances Friday and Saturday. For Ellensburg, highs around 90 on Wednesday, then how about a 25-degree drop into Saturday with the wind? So it'll feel unbelievably cool for the end of June. For Hermiston, stretch of windy weather from Thursday through Monday, with the worst fire danger being Thursday. Finally, for Walla Walla, keeping it dry through Thursday, then cooler and wetter for Friday through Sunday.
Now, the morning sprint.
The teen who was set to carry out a school shooting at Camden High School last fall will spend the next 6 years in confinement. Superior Court Judge Jacqueline Shea Brown sentenced Mason Ashby to the Juvenile Justice Center until the age of 21. Now, this is the maximum possible sentence allowed in juvenile court, where Ashby was found guilty of attempted first-degree murder, threats to bomb property, and 11 counts of possession of a firearm. And a state fire assistance has been mobilized under the Washington State Fire Services Resource Mobilization Plan in support of local firefighters working to contain the Garrett Road fire located in Grant County. Authorities say the fire is threatening primary and secondary structures, the Sun Lake State Park campground infrastructure, and wheat fields. An area for evacuations is set up at Soap Lake High School for campers and RVs. And in Walla Walla County, a natural cover fire broke out north of Van Holbeek Road and CM Rice Road in Prescott. And what is being called the Van Holbeek Fire broke out yesterday. Officials say gusty winds caused accelerated grow, and emergency crews faced challenging conditions with hard to access areas. And so far, no structures have been lost and no injuries reported. Now to the Boyle Heights fire burning in Southern California. The blaze is drawing comparisons to a massive warehouse fire that burned in our area only 2 years ago. Because the two facilities are owned by the same company, in 2024, a Lineage cold storage warehouse caught fire just outside of Findlay. The facility is identical in size and function to the Lineage warehouse burning in Los Angeles, and it's causing the same air quality concerns that Findlay and Kennewick residents faced 2 years ago. And Lindsay Sanchez, a soccer player from Pasco, has signed with a soccer club in Mexico. A busy month for Sanchez, as she just graduated from Chihuahua High School in early June and is already practicing with her new team called Cruz Azul. Sanchez is playing with the U19 female squad in Mexico City, while at Chihuahua, Sanchez was named the first team all-conference player. A federal judge ruled Monday that the Trump administration cannot use Social Security data to cut people from voter rolls. The judge said the administration violated federal protections when it overhauled a citizen data program so that it could be used to purge people from the voter registry. In a written ruling, the judge said the federal government trampled on the privacy rights of American citizens in a manner that threatens the sacred vote to vote. And the Trump administration could withhold tens of millions of dollars in federal security funds to states unless the states agree to a number of election changes. In order to get Homeland Security grant money, states would need to phase out certain electronic voting. These systems that use handwritten paper ballots, voter names would also need to be run through a controversial DHS database that verifies citizenship. Under the new DHS guidelines, states would lose a fifth of their funding for non-compliance. And for your business news, Netflix has won the rights to a Sesame Street movie. The announcement comes after a year-long bidding war between Universal and Netflix for the movie rights. Warner Brothers was also in the running, but bowed out earlier amid acquisition talks. Netflix already has the television rights to Sesame Street, which was bought just over a year ago. Healthcare affordability appears to be an issue that could impact the midterm elections. About 45% of respondents in an Ipsos poll say they're more likely to vote for a candidate who supports reviewing enhanced Obamacare subsidies. Roughly 54% of respondents say they're likely to vote for a candidate who backs the expansion of discount drug platforms. Ipsos vice president notes the numbers show Americans want the government to help them pay less for health care. And quarantine has ended for the last of the American passengers from the cruise ship that was hit by a deadly hantavirus outbreak. The final 6 American passengers who began their 42-day quarantine in May at the University of Nebraska Medical Center were allowed to return home on Sunday. None of them became infected, thankfully, and the outbreak happened on a cruise ship that began a route from Argentina in April. 13 people from the ship were diagnosed with hantavirus, and unfortunately, 3 had passed. And for your sports, the University of Michigan's men's basketball program is reportedly losing its national championship winning head coach. A source close to the program says Dusty May will leave U of M for the pros. He is reportedly set to take the reins of the Dallas Mavericks. May would leave Ann Arbor after 2 seasons. The Wolverines beat UConn in April for the school's first national title since 1989. And Argentina's Lionel Messi made history Monday as the World Cup's all-time top scorer. During the match against Austria, he surpassed the record held by Miroslav Klose as the highest scorer in World Cup history. He later scored again, putting himself 2 goals clear of Klose at 18.
All right, in your trending news this morning, Arizona's first Buc-ee's location opened on Monday.
Yeah, and fans of the massive travel centers lined up to be the first in the door.
The parking lot opened at midnight ahead of the store's 6 a.m. grand opening, but some fans arrived much earlier, with the first customer claiming their spot around 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
The CEO of Buc-ee's says that a Utah location is in the works, and they're hoping to eventually expand to California. Wow, I feel like I'm missing out on the hype. I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
You've never been to a Buc-ee's? Oh, goodness.
Is it worth the hype?
It is. Have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel before? Like the convenient.
I have once. I've been to a Cracker Barrel once.
It's like that times, like the gift store section. It's like that times a million.
So it's like a mega store up there.
There's fudge and candy and brisket, pulled pork. Listen, I'm from the deep south originally.
Yeah, so
I love the P&W. P&W has terrible barbecue. So we need some of that Buc-ee's barbecue.
All right, well, yeah, I'm looking forward. Hopefully they bring it to Washington next.
Hope so.
All right, well, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, a fire boss can take to the skies within minutes. The wildfire defense operation that's proving location is key. Plus, summer is bringing learning opportunities to students in Pasco, the event drawing the next generation of STEM enthusiasts. And Josh, what do you have for us?
We are tracking some hot and dry weather through Thursday, but then the wind's coming back, fire danger, fire's still on the map for this morning, so we're tracking it all coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.